welcome. Today we're going to talk about the La-Z-Boy seat poly problem. So, what is seat poly? Well, seat poly is simply La-Z-Boy's name for seat foam. It's the term they use. And they have some unusual shape foams that they use in their reclining chairs that generally have a slope like this. Now this one has a peak of about 5.5 inches towards the back and slopes down to 3 inches in the front. So it has a uniform slope from front to back. Now the shape is not a problem. In fact, when we have to replace pieces of foam like this, I often recommend go through the manufacturer so you can get the right piece that's going to be cut to the same shape and size and it's going to fit properly. So there's no problem there. The problem arises when we have to replace one of these for a customer who is not happy with how long the seat foam lasted. And here's why that's an issue. Because most often when you order replacement foam from manufacturers, the replacement foam is going to be of similar quality to the original. So it's likely to last a similar length of time. So if you're not happy before, you're not going to be happy after. So you may be wondering, well, gee, why don't you just cut a higher density piece and install it? Well, that's exactly what upholsterers and repair techs like me normally do. But here's the problem with this special shape. Normally foam comes in square pieces off a roll like this. Medium density seat foam here. This is 4-inch. Okay? Now the shapes that La-Z-Boy uses here, the nose piece is not a problem. Can achieve that with glues. And cutting this back slope by hand, not a problem. It's this longer slope here, through the middle. You have to have a blade long enough to cut this smoothly and evenly enough to get this nice finished result. So, this is not something I can replicate by hand. And I'd guess that most upholsterers don't have special equipment to cut that slope in there either. So the only option we have if we want to use a higher density foam is to use a square foam. So if we split the difference here, and let's say we go with a 4-inch or a 5-inch square piece, we have to understand that we're raising the front here by 1 to 2 inches if we do that. Now that's going to affect the way the person fits and sits in the chair and their comfort. And for people with shorter legs, we're going to be raising the front of their seat 1 inch or 2. And that's going to be a problem for some people. It's going to lift their shorter legs off the floor in some cases. So, this is when it becomes a problem, okay? When you have somebody who wants to replace this foam, but they're not happy with how long it lasted. Because all we can do is contact the manufacturer, give them the ID numbers to the chair, and ask, is there a higher density option available for this replacement poly or replacement foam? And if they say no, then we have to go back to the customer and say, we're sorry, but you're likely to get something that's very similar in quality to what you had originally. And many people aren't happy about that. Okay, I have to interrupt this video because when I was editing it, I noticed that I left out something very important. I talk about how long foam lasts and when people are not happy because it doesn't last long enough, but I don't specify how long that is. So let's cover that. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, if you start with a good quality seat foam, it should last about 5 years, maybe a bit longer. So if I have a customer that needs new seat foam and their foam only lasted 3 or 4 years, for me that's kind of a gray area. And I generally leave it up to the customer as to whether they want to use the manufacturer product or not for their replacement foam. However, if I have a customer that needs foam and their seat foam, the original, lasted less than 3 years, I typically do not recommend using the manufacturer replacement unless they offer a higher density option that's going to last longer. Okay? So, having said all that, there's one other factor that you need to take in consideration when it comes to seat foam life or any type of padding life expectancy, and that is, how is the furniture used? Over the years, I've had a lot of people tell me they sleep in their recliners every night. I've had a few retirees tell me they practically live in their chairs and are in them almost 24/7. So if you're using your furniture this way, it's important to understand that you're going to speed up the break-in and breakdown process of your foam, and you're going to eventually shorten the life expectancy of the foam itself. So there are two factors at play here. One, the quality of your foam, and two, how your furniture is used that will ultimately determine how long your foam lasts. So now that I've cleared that up, let's get back to the video. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer and you're doing your own seat foam replacement on your Lazy Boy, or you're a repair tech or you're a upholsterer, you've been forewarned. This is a problem that you may run into because a lot of Lazy Boy recliner seats have this unique shape. Now, I have managed to get by with some customers who had single seats. And what I mean by that, it's not a seat chaise and it's not a seat with a pillow top pad. Because when you have extra height here in the front and you have to stretch the existing cover down over it, you're actually changing the position of the seat cover a little bit. So in a chaise seat, that affects the position of where the chaise attaches a little. And if you have a top pad, like a pillow top pad, that moves it forward a little bit as you stretch the front of the cover down farther. So I've had some people with longer legs and they're okay with it. They say, hey, Pete, I've got the longer legs. If you're taking away that slope in the seat, I don't have a problem with it. With other customers, I found out personally it causes a problem. So if there are any Lazy Boy reps out there watching this video, I have a very simple request. If you can use a higher density seat poly in all your recliners across the board, that would be fantastic. But if you can't do that, at the very least, try to provide a higher density replacement poly option. So maybe you can win back some of those customers that were disappointed that their seat poly in their Lazy Boy chair didn't last that long. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.